let's just kiss and say goodbye.
The Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO. Good afternoon and welcome back to The Drive. I'm Dan Michaels. Paul Elias is our producer. Paul Juergens is in the KFGO News Center. KFGO time is 4:42. Drive time news coming your way in about 20 minutes from right now. Something that made me catch my breath happened a couple of weeks ago, and maybe it did to you. Moondance Jam means a lot to all of us. It's been around for 30 years of rock and roll. Some of us have spent a lot of our formative years out there. Some of the best moments, some of the best concert moments I've ever had have been on the grounds at Moondance Jam. It's just been a great show. But I tell you what, it caught my breath. I was looking at moondancejam.com, and it said, this is our last Moondance Jam. And I'm what? And so I wanted to find out what was going on, and the woman behind Moondance Jam is joining us. Kathy Beloh joins us from Walker, Minnesota this afternoon to talk about the future of what's going on at Moondance Jam, Moondance Country Fest, and this year's show, and lots more. Welcome back to KFGO, Kathy Beloh.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks so much for having me on. And all the time last 2 weeks ago with country, everyone came up to me with their lips out, and I said, put your lips back in your mouth. We are not completely ending. We are going to go into seasonal camping starting next year, and then we're just downsizing on our events, so it's not just these two big mammoth events. And then we'll be doing 3 or 4 events during the summer.
Okay.
So it's still going to be happening.
So let's start right there. You're going to seasonal camping, which, you know, I'm a big camper. I've got my RV as well. I'm a seasonal camper. So you're switching over. You're going to do all seasonal camping on the entire grounds. Can you explain the business model of what you're doing?
Well, we're going to start, and those that know Moondance know the campground layout. We're going to start back in the south corner, and that will be for seasonals, and we're hoping to go with, 50 to 100, 150 sites, depending on what our response is through the winter. But then I'll still be able to do for the events, I'll be able to do 4 events where I have a special license, so we'll still be able to pack them in like we normally do. Whereas the seasonal sites, they're going to be at least 2,000 square foot, if not bigger, and we're going to make them very spacious, very comfortable. But then we'll be able to do, whenever I do the events, we'll be able to pack the rest in.
I got you. And so how are these events going to work in contrast to what you do right now with Moondance Country Fest and Moondance Jam? How will this be different?
The only thing that will be different is I'm preparing people into the fact that the lineups aren't going to be as big. And a lot of our people love coming just for the camping experience, and so it's just going to be smaller events. So otherwise, everything will basically be the same, but then there's going to be times, too, I might just do a one-night fun night that we just pull in a band, say on a Tuesday night, and that when you come, it's just a one night, just like going to a concert, and there's not going to be any of the other stuff going on. The other thing we're going to do, we're going to tie in more with the Northern Lights Casino. So they're really excited that I'm getting into this camping, because when they do their events, they just don't have the housing for them. And so they can send their campers out to me. And if they happen to do a nice band on Saturday, then I might just do Friday night, pull in a smaller band there, so they'll have someplace to go both Friday and Saturday night. So I'm really excited that we're going to be working with Northern Lights Casino.
Kathy, is it safe to say that the Moondance Jam area will kind of become a de facto outdoor venue for the casino then?
Yes. Yep, it definitely will. And that's what they want to do.
Well, I think that that's just a terrific idea, especially after what we just went through with the COVID virus. We can do a lot more things probably outdoors, and you're right. And you're right by the lake. Right. And we just, in our area especially, even when I talk to Park Rapids, which is a half-hour away, and to Brainerd, an hour away, everybody is so short on camping. They're turning people away constantly. And I've got my surrounding campgrounds right here that said, Kathy, are you going to do tent camping? We are turning people away all the time. And I said, with the amount of room I have, I can easily designate a separate area just for tent people that, yes, will definitely be welcoming the tent campers coming in. So Moondance Jam may be going away in its current form, but there's still going to be rock concerts out there, still going to be going on. You're not going away.
Nope, we're not going away. And I told many 2 weekends ago that I said, I think for this next year, just for people to get used to what we've got going, I want to have everything out on the website by May or April, where the whole summer is set. But I said I'll definitely stay right around the country weekend to do more of a country feel, and the rock weekend to do more of a rock feel, because that's what people are used to. and then decide on the other 2 weekends where we're going to do it. Are we going to do a theme? Is it going to be an 80s theme? Will it be blues or whatever? And the dueling pianos we've had in the past, which has been a huge success. I listened all through country of 3 or 4 bands. I thought, they'd be perfect just to bring back for this smaller event. And I know with rock, I'll run into the same feeling after that weekend.
Kathy, zillions of people would kill to have branding prowess that Moondance Jam has. So I assume you're not changing your name.
No, absolutely not. I'm very proud of that name. That name, as long as I'm there, that name will be there because Bill and I actually started that whole name ourselves. So it's pretty special.
Well, it is. And, before we got on the phone, everybody loved Bill Beloh. And
absolutely.
He was a wonderful man. And I don't mean to drudge up any bad thoughts or memories, but
no.
Bill was just a terrific guy. How did Moondance get its name? Can you tell us the origins of Moondance Jam? And then I'd like you to talk about the tribute to Bill that's coming up.
Well, everyone, for some reason, it was on the tribute a while ago that Moondance. Oh no, it's because what Bill said in an interview that how Moondance got started. We were sitting around a campfire with all of our lieutenants, and I'm like, we didn't have lieutenants before we started this, so that was all a lie. And it's all a lie that it's my birthday because it's not my birthday. My birthday's in March, so all that's just falsehood. So we had actually, because it was my husband's father's, what he just called his farm, just rolling hills and everything. And so after Jack had been gone for 4 or 5 years, Bill had said, I just wish there was something we could do with my dad's property. So that's when we decided to do the riding stable, so Moondance Ranch. And then after, that was in 89, and then a couple of years later, we were sitting at a festival, and we said, you know what, we could do this. And that's why in 1992, then, we started with the music. More of a family atmosphere, and it was just going to be a barbecue. This is what we want to do because we love to party. And, well, after a couple of years, we decided the barbecue wasn't that good of an idea anymore, and it wasn't much of a family event anymore. Well, it is for a lot of families, but not the young kids and dunk tanks and everything that we started with. So that's where we end up with what we ended. That we came up with the name ourselves, came up with the Moondance Ranch, and so it's always been so cool that it's something we completely created, and I cannot believe we're at 30 years. Absolutely cannot believe it.
It's gone by so quickly, and I love ideas, especially when you're brainstorming ideas, and the idea grows legs and becomes something. So that's so neat. What happened to Moondance Jam? We'll talk about your lineup in a second here, but there's a tribute to Bill Beloh coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we always do a tribute to him on Friday night, and so we all get together, whoever wants to. We stay down front of stage, and then we all watch the tribute and talks about, it's different every time, and this last one was more of when he was actually a kid, and it shows some pretty young, ugly pictures of the two of us, and so it's just a time, and then at the end, it's always, which we always get tears, it's actually him doing the toast, and that we all hold up our cocktails, or we of course all have lemon drops in our hands, and we do the toast with him. And I think it's so funny because the only reason we have that toast of him videoed is because the year before, in 2009, we basically got booed off the stage or pulled off the stage by manager. I don't remember what it was, and that used to irritate Bill so bad when that happened. So in 2009, he said, we're not going on stage, Kathy. We're just going to video it, and that's all that's going to happen. So that's the only reason we have that. Then he was around for 2010, so we were on the stage. But then when he passed, I said, thank goodness we have that video of him.
Yeah.
So that every Friday night we get to do that toast with him.
Friday, July 23rd, Moondance Jam, the pre-party is on the 21st, and then the shows, they're on that night too, but the Moondance Jam traditional Thursday the 22nd, Friday the 23rd, Saturday the 24th, all of July. Check out this lineup. Firehouse, The Guess Who, Night Ranger, Hailstorm, Crow, Lit, Foghat, Todd Rundgren, Thunderstruck, Grand Funk, Don Felder, Cheap Trick. Wow, what a lineup. Kathy, how do we get tickets? What's the best way to do it? Is it moondancejam.com?
Yes, right now they're still at $220, whereas once you go to the gate, they'll be at $240 for the whole weekend. Okay. As far as single days, we're just selling those at the gate, so they're at $150. Just drive up to the gate. We'll have plenty of general camping. I think our reserve is almost sold out. You can still give Renee a call, 218-836-1055, to see if she maybe has some straggler sites. But we'll have plenty of general. We will not run out of camping. Over as much as I know the weekend's going to be huge, we still have plenty of sites in general to get. But if they want to order right now, you can get the better price And the 10-pack, we still have the 10-packs available, and that brings the price down to like $150 a ticket. So that's definitely the way to go if you think you're going to bring a group with you.
Boy, and those are good. Those tickets are good for all 4 days at $150.
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
that's a great
They're
deal.
good for if you go with that 10-pack. You have to buy 10 tickets to get that.
Okay, gotcha.
But and you have to have a 3-day ticket in order to get in the Wednesday night. That's not you can't get a single day just for Wednesday night.
Okay, and now what about VIP? Can you still get VIP?
VIP we still have. We're just about sold out on that, but that's still out there for $625 for the 4 nights, and we're not doing single days for that anymore because it is almost sold out.
Well, I tell you what, it is. I've been on both sides, just general, and I've been in the VIP area, and that VIP experience is wonderful. They make dinner for you, have your special spot, special parking. It's really just wonderful. You can find out all the details at moondancejam.com. Kathy, I hope we'll get a chance to talk again before the show actually starts, but I wish you all the best, and I'm just so excited for the future at Moondance.
Thank you so much, and thanks for letting me get on air with you.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Kathy Beloh,
Okay.
Moondance Jam. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, Kathy.
You too. Thanks a lot, Daniel.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
KFGO time is 4:53. You're listening to The Drive on the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
The most trusted source for the information you need. KFGO.com. At no cost to you. News Radio 790.